Hello. Sorry. Yeah, I know. I'm not quite ready. Oh, work's been a rough night. And I'm about toast. Dang it. I don't even, I'm tired. I'm like congested tonight. Oh my. So who's here? Rebecca's here, Annie Christie's here, Old Stuff Beth is here. Hello, ladies. Oh, how are you guys all doing? Katie will probably not be joining us. I saw that her grandfather's in the hospital. So, I have more color, which is good. I'm also really, really tired tonight. Work was challenged. and work is just, somebody gave their 2 weeks notice. 2 of the brand new hires quit. So they're short staffed, and it's been fun. I don't even know where my right notebook is. Where's the right notebook? Did I bury the right notebook? There it is. I need my little notebook. Wait, that's eBay stuff. Where's live sale stuff? For the first time ever, I am not ready for this, and I don't care. The YouTube alert went off. Good. So, and I have color in my face, and it's actual natural color. The only makeup I have on is I do the eyebrows and I do the eyes. That's it. I am congested. Oh, Beth, I am congested. Part of it is that it's that time of year. I have leaf mold allergies, and there's still leaves all over the place, and we're getting rain. So that's part of the congestion. I go through this every spring. I go through this every fall. I do know ways around it. I know tonight I'm going to sleep with a heating pad right here, just simply because it helps loosen everything. So, because I'm not running any fever, it's all just allergy gunk. But I don't want it to turn into bronchitis or anything. So it is it's April Fool's Day technically, isn't it? April 1st. How did that nonsense ever get started? I don't know how that nonsense ever got started. To play tricks on April 1st. And whoever started it, can we all agree we should just go back in time and slap them one? Can we just just give them a good whack? I don't even have my number things all shuffled or nothing. I'm a hot mess tonight, aren't I? Old stuff, but they can't overuse me because I'm only in for 5-hour shifts. Because that's all they're allowed to have me. It's just that right now my heart is still tired, and 5 hours is difficult. by hour 9, by hour 4, I'm making sure I grab a. Yes, I heard you. Meow. Somebody's here, and there's no room to hop up tonight. You've been thwarted. Come here, come say hello. Come on, stand up, and I'll pick you up. Come on, I know half these crowd want to see you. Where are you going? Come here, stand up. Stand up. What are you doing? Stand up. Come here. Stand up. I can't reach you down there. She's half under the desk. That's it. Come on. Come say hello. Say hello. Say hello. No, you're not going to get to my tea and drink my tea. Oh, you got to have mom time? Yes. Say hello, doctor. No, 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 no. You're not going on the desk. Kitty is not for sale. Oh, yeah, that's true. I am partly a hot mess because it's actually warm in here. Ow, ow, ow. Hey, claws, young lady, claws. Cut that out. Look, everybody with a cat knows the problem, right? You know, where all of a sudden the claws come in. What? What? You're going to let them see your pretty face and your little white patch on your chest? Where are you going? Oh, that's the end of that. What? I can't help it that the men did not feed you, okay? I have no say in that when I'm not here. Did they not feed you? And I know you have a bowl full of dry stuff, so get over your hot self here. So, oh. Yeah, 5 hours is a long time when you are still recovering. I don't even have my tissues because I buried them. Hi, Melanie. Sorry about that, but at least no geese were answering. Someday I'd like to have a rag doll. There's certain cats I'd love to have. I would love to have a Siamese. I'd love to have a Bengal. Really, really want a Bengal. And I used to have, Cosette was a Turkish van. What they figure was a Turkish van that accidentally got crossbred with a Scottish fold. The only reason we know that is because Cosette got dumped on our street. He was so small. He only had the fangs in, so I had to bottle feed him for the first 4 weeks that I had him. And the vet that's on the other end of my road, there were 3 of us that brought brand new kittens that all shared the same coloring, but they were really weird because a Scottish fold is a short hair cat and a Turkish van is a long hair cat. My cat looked like a walking throw rug. He was white with all the caramel markings and the rings in the caramel coloring and the puffy tail, all the markings and the pointed face that you would want for a Turkish van. However, his head and his legs were short white fur. He looked like a throw rug of just 4-inch long hair everywhere else, but not the legs. But then there was a lady 2 streets over had another one that we figured was the same litter, had the round head and the folded ears, but it had long fur. It had the big plumy tail. So it had a fluffy tail and it had fluffy back legs and a back end. And the rest was all short hair and it had the round head and the folded ears. So it really was kind of goofy. Oh, Grace, you're allergic? Oh, I'm allergic too, but it's not a really bad allergy. Like, she can't lay on my pillow. She tries. So it's definite incentive to make the bed all the time. So, hi, Angela. Angela, did you have both shots? Didn't you have both vaccines? Oh, Pat Doodles. Hello, darling. You know what? You were one of the ones I wanted to find your channel and tell everybody about, because Pat Doodles had some awesome looking stuff in her thrift haul video. And let me tell you, There is the neatest looking head vase. Not your typical, 1940s lady with the little pearl earrings and all that. I would say this thing's probably late 60s, early 70s, but it's from Japan, and it is the coolest looking head vase in her haul video. So here is here is the video for this Saturday's sale, but I don't know what time, but I'm sure it's in the video. So I'm going to post that. I hope that went through right, because it is the neatest looking thing, and she always has really cool stuff. She's not a huge channel. She's like most of us. She's just starting out, but she knows her stuff. But this head vase just has such a cool look. It really has a really, really cool look. And I already spent my monthly allotment. Thrift U's getting all my money so that I could get those Lily of the Valley pieces. So oh, Angela. Yeah, when you're covering for somebody else's thing and then working a different shift, it can tire you out because you're not used to it. My son had his first shot. I'm concerned about when he gets the second one, because everybody I know has said they get 102 fever and all that. He has his entire life always spiked dangerously high fevers, and he's going on 26 now. That's no big deal. Well, he was 19 or 20 the last time he spiked a high fever, and scared the hell out of his father, because he was staying at my brother's. He was staying with his dad, and he was so sick that Roy walked in and he looked at my brother, this is his dad, and went, "Grandpa, what are you doing here?" The grandpa he thought it was died when Michael was not even 2 years old yet. So it really scared the daylights. I don't know, Angela, which one he got. I do know that I got told to try to wait for the Moderna, or just the Johnson & Johnson, just the one shot, because I have to heal a bit before I should get the shot, because if there is any problem in my heart's weakened state, that would not be good. So I know that when he has that shot, I'm going to be sticking around going, no, we're not risking this. So we've got, I know Melanie's sale is this weekend too. So Pat Doodles is Saturday at noon Eastern Standard. Melanie's, isn't your first one? What's yours? The Serendipity by Melanie has her first sale. If I can find your channel. There we go. New Eastern Standard Time as well. Okay. You know how I get around to all these live sales so that I can at least stop in and make sure I see about half an hour of it and do a thumbs up, is I'll open multiple tabs on my laptop. I can't do it on the phone, but I could do it on the laptop. So here is there's Serendipity by Melanie. There was somebody else I had made a note that I wanted to. I know Pat Doodles was one and Melanie was the other. Okay, so it's not in that book. First thing I did when I came home is the cat had knocked over the whole stack of all these packages that I need to weigh so I can invoice everybody. It's like, you rotten little cat. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, I'll bet it's on these. Thank you. I have notes everywhere. So because I'm behind on shipping, what I did is I made a list of every one of you that bought something, and I have everything that you've bought and have packed up as much as I could. Oh, antiques from Karen. Let me quick tell you about her before. I don't have a huge amount of stuff to sell tonight just because I just couldn't. It's just been a tiring week. There we go. So I have met up with somebody. Oh, where is it? Oh, you know what? I think hers is all one word. Her name is Janet. I think she goes by Jan. And it's all one. There's no space in antiques from Karen. And she has inherited if you think my house is stuffed, oh darlings, she inherited a totally packed house, shed, yard, everything is packed. And her mom was not only a collector, but an antique dealer. The stuff she is finding is stunning. Some of the stuff she has found has been fantastic. So I strongly suggest, if you like seeing the discovery of, because she takes you with her on a few of them, and she takes you through a few of the rooms and shows you the stuff she found. And I was just the last one that I had a chance to see was going through this closet and all these toys they found. And I'm going, wait, I know that one. I know that one. I look for some of these at flea markets, and she had them in the original boxes, never even opened up. And she's got early micro machines, which were from the 90s. And I know that some of those micro machine play sets can be really, really, any of those micro mini play sets can be like worth a lot of money. So some of that pop culture stuff, but at the same time, she's finding porcelain and lefton and glass and, amazing stuff. But she wants to do her first live sale, but she's got to get to 100 subscribers to do the live sale. So, so hopefully we can help get her there. I mean, it would be great. But I feel for her because she's kind of got, not quite like I do, but very much like I do, but she's just got so much more of it. And she's been working on that house for 3 years now. And it's still so incredibly packed. So if any of you liked seeing, Curiosity Inc. has done a couple of hoarders houses, and he just did a musician series on the musician's house, and it was all this really nice, high quality stuff. Oh, awesome. She's at 129 now. Great. But Karen was her mom, and that house is similar to the one that they had at Curiosity Incorporated, and how packed it was, but it's packed with some great quality stuff. It's just fantastic. So, hey, A Vision in Vintage. Hello. I thought of you recently. I have to edit that video because there was stuff that was really wild and cool and creepy. It It was awesome. So those were the three that I wanted to do. I wanted to say Pat Doodles and Antiques from Karen and Serendipity from Melanie. Because I have no problem letting you put links in, and we encourage each other. If you have a channel that's growing, it really helps to be in the chats. But one of the things that helped me grow is there's it's Cajun Roots Reseller, and it's spelled with a K. It's not your usual Cajun spelled with a C. It's spelled with a K. And they have this coffee hour. Well, it's actually 2 hours in the mornings. I think they start at 9. And they will post the daylights out of your link and talk you up and let you talk about your channel in the chat. And it really helps to get subscribers to your channel. And the new co-host is Philly Flipper, the gentleman who's letting me store stuff over at his warehouse over in Springfield. So it's been fun. So let's see what I found, because most of this is from the black hole room, and we'll see what we've got here. Now this would be a good one that's mostly just for junk journaling, which is a shame that it lost its cover. It doesn't have, I think it's missing the last page, because most of the little golden books, you would look, if you ever want to date them, if you would look in here, hiding underneath there is usually a letter, and that tells you what edition it actually is, because a lot of the copyrights, they never changed for like decades. Now this one says 1942, and this was probably a first edition. You know how I know how to tell? Look at the color. Look at this color. It's not really that gold, that brighter gold. It's brown. It's made to look like an old wood carving. The earliest ones, this is what it looks like. That's what you want to look for on the really early little golden books. Now this one, because of it, it's missing the very last page of the index, and it's missing the cover. So I'm offering this up for, you know, the illustrations and the junk journaling. It's nursery songs. It's the copyright it's got is 1942. The author and artist is Lee Gale. And who is Corinne Malvern? Oh yeah, Corinne Malvern is the one who was the illustrator, and Lee Gale was the one, I guess, that it says arranged by. So she made the songs, wrote out the songs to be nice and simple. This is also, you know, this is really early on to give Golden Books some credit. They had this Mary Reed, PhD, endorse their books, and they actually hired her to be on staff so that she could, so the books could all say, the little golden books are prepared under the supervision of Mary Reed, PhD, formerly of Teachers College, Columbia University, because they were trying to convince people that little golden books were an asset to your child, and you really needed to buy them to help educate your child. So, so he, oh, Michael Whalen, you came from Cajun? Oh yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome. Now, the songs, some of them, like London Bridge, the last bit goes over to here. Billy Boy, it goes over. So you wouldn't necessarily be able. Now, I love this one because I love the Mary Had a Little Lamb. I love that illustration. The illustrations are gorgeous. And then some of them are just like Old King Cole here. They're just black and white. So it looks like there's a Hunting We Will Go. It looks like most of them. Now, see here somewhere, yes, it is all just on one page. Look at this. This is for Jingle Bells. That's the illustration for Jingle Bells. That is really, really cool. I had a little nut tree. I remember that song. This is for, no, this is for Row, Row, Row Your Boat. But it's just gorgeous illustration. Now, there's no other pictures missing. There's no other pages missing, I mean. I love the clothes on some of them. You've got 10 Little Indians. That's a song you don't see in anything anymore. But I remember growing up with all these songs. Lavender's Blue, 10 Little Indians, Pop Goes the Weasel. Oh dear, what can the matter be? The little boy. So anyway, so this is, it's great for junk journaling. It is, where's my little pile of numbers here? We're going to make that number that. Yeah, I don't even have my list written out. So you guys are getting, you know, tired, raw Nancy, who is just to the point, you know how you get to the point where you're tired and you just kind of get punchy? So, Little Golden Book Nursery is, and it's a pity. I mean, if it had the cover, oh, it'd be like 5 times the amount this is going to go for. So it's $5 for incredible artwork for the Little Golden Book, and it's number 9. $5 for all that incredible lithographed artwork. Look at that. It's just so pretty. And it's number 9. Auntie Christie. Is this a fresh out of the box sale? Kind of. There be the box. Whoop. Oh no! Don't do that, phone. All of a sudden my phone went black. Yeah, I mean, if it had the cover, the price of that one being one of the early ones, but now I see why, because those pictures are gorgeous. But yeah, this is another one of those that's kind of fresh out of the box because I didn't have time to look anything up. I've been so tired, and last night I stayed up late trying to pack stuff up, and then so that I can make a point of sleeping late today. And so it's just, I'm good for about 4 hours, and then I'm wiped out, and I need to go take a nap. And so it just didn't. I used to do that, Annie Christie. I used to decoupage wooden boxes, little tiny children's chairs, trays. I used to do a lot of that, and there's so much stuff in the house that I just don't have the space or time to do it anymore. This is a goofy little thing, and I don't know that anybody will be interested, but it looks really older than it is because it does have a 1-800 number on the back. Whoop, this way. But it has that really aged look of fake money. It says it is a $1,000 bill from the Bank of the United States, supposedly from 1840. But when you flip it over, it's an ad. It's a piece of advertising. It is for Marshall Equipment Distributors. Money changes, and so do your equipment needs. You're probably throwing away thousands of dollars every single year without the use of one of our unique automotive collision correction systems. So it's Marshall Equipment Distributors in Massachusetts, called toll free. The area code was 617, but it's an advertising piece for some kind of car automotive collision correction systems, whatever that is. But now it's got some little issues because it's got a little crack there. It's got a little piece missing here because it is a little on the fragile side. I'm guessing that it was the way it feels. I am guessing that this had been in the bottom of a drawer, probably of something oak, because oak will really do a number on paper. It turns it brittle. It turns it brown. It's the acid from the wood. But it's where the devil is my ruler? That didn't sound good. Okay, I'm not measuring it tonight. I don't know where the ruler is. Oh, and another, I forgot, there's my thumb was there. There's a little ding right there. So this is Marshall, but it is a unique little advertising piece. And it would be kind of cool. And you could use it. I think it's a little too brittle for junk journaling, but it is really kind of neat to have, you know, that it looks like the old bill. I would love to have a few $1,000 bills. Wouldn't that be cool? So let's see, Marshall note. So this is just $4 and it's number 28. $4. Number 28. We're going to sit that up there nice and safe. It was neat to find an old advertising piece. Yeah, see, I think it needs to be somewhere a little protected, so a shadow box would be a good spot. Auntie Christie. And that's something that when I send it, I'm going to very carefully, I'll cut down a file folder to make a little pocket for it that'll keep it well protected. So I only have 2 this time. Where's the third one? Oh, the third one's over here. So I have a couple of little tins. They're not anything major. I do have some older ones. They'll be in another sale. This one is from France, and I guess I know where I got it, and I know why I kept it. But it's just a little thing. I like the image of the cherries, but it's just a little tin. But it's all in French, and I got this in 1988 when I was in England. Cherry flavored drops. But it's just such a cute little thing that, I mean, you could use it to hold stuff, but you could also just have it as a nice little spring decoration standing on end like that. So yes, I have a few tins. I don't have really old ones yet. I couldn't quite get to them. They'll be in a future sale, but I've got 3 that I thought were pretty cool looking, and then one other advertising thing. It's not completely tin, but it's close enough. So this little cherry one is just because it's not really old. You can still see the remains of where the sticker had been on the back. It is from the 1980s, but it is from France, and this one is just $3, and it's number 30. $3 and number 30 for the little cherry tin. Now we'll do this one. This one is all roses, and they go in a band all around the outside. Oh, I see Tina for number 30. So this one is much bigger, of course. Okay, so here's an idea of how much bigger this is. It's a standard size bottle of nail polish. And so you could get an idea. And this one was a rose bath canister. Canister created in Mexico for Ben Rickert. And it tells you all the stuff that used to be in it. Soaps, body lotion, body powder. So at some point, this was probably something I got for my birthday because my sister used to have her kids like always give me this stuff. And while I love roses, I'm not a big fan of the fake rose scent from perfumes and stuff. But the inside's nice and clean, nice and reflective. Even the lid. It's in good shape. There is a little bit of, like, around this rim, this little piece of gold, you can see a little bit of discoloring starting, but you could find, I'm sure, all kinds of things to use it for. And even just standing it up makes it nice, because wouldn't that be great to have some little figurine standing in front of it or standing on top of it? Would be really cute. So the rose tin is $5, and the rose tin is $47. $5, number 47 for the rose tin. Put that over there. What did I do with? Lynn. Thank you, Lynn. Now, I didn't quite get all the dust off of this one. I wasn't kidding when I'm like, yeah, well. Sonia, yes, thank you. I did. I have one postal person at the one post office that's nearest to me that's a bit of a pest. And she's just like, not even looked up an address and just looked at the address and went, this isn't real. You need to go look this up. And I'm like, and half the time it's usually an address like yours where it's pretty unique. So this one is a special tin from a special collection. So this one is going to be an offer. This is going to be an offer up, because I know they made a whole series of these to make a whole little town. This is the Seed House collection from Atlee Burpee and Company. And how many of you have heard of Burpee Seeds? And this is the roof. And it's all clean inside. There's no rust except for this weird little dot on the bottom. But I've had this on my shelf for ages, but it's time. There's a scratch. I know I saw a tiny little scratch. There it is. Can you even see it? There's a tiny little scratch by this window. I'm not even sure it's showing up for you guys. But it has Seed House collection and the door and the barn doors. And then you've got a chimney on that side. And you've got just windows on that side. And then you've got all windows and the door and that. So it is really, really a cool little seed house. And this is an offer up. And it's going to start at $5. So we're going to, Katie, can you time? I didn't know if I'd see you here tonight. So when Katie can start timing, if she can, and then once she gets that going, I will. I see Auntie Christie's already started it at 5. There we go. But it is an offer up. It's in really good shape. that has, it says tin tooling made in England. It is actually Ford Hook Farms in Bucks County in eastern PA, was the first trial ground and experimental center established by W. Atlee Burpee and Company in 1888. The seed house, built in 1895, was used for drying, cleaning, and storing the seeds grown at Ford Hook. The wide doors allowed the wagons to be driven directly into the seed house, where elevators conveyed the seeds to the 2 upper floors. The many windows provided the airflow needed for the unhurried drying of seeds. This helped ensure the high quality that enabled Mr. Burpee to guarantee his seeds unconditionally, just as Burpee does today. And they had made a series of a couple of them that were very important buildings to their business. The only thing I'm sorry about is that it doesn't have an actual date on it. But I think these were from the 1980s, so it may have been when they had their 100th anniversary. So I see Lynn up to 8, but it is so cool. I personally like the little, you know, like a widow's peak, a widow's lookout on the roof there. That's just really cool looking. And to give you an idea of the size, that's about the size of it. Now, I know who I see, but I always let Katie check for me because of the lag. And she'll let me know. Auntie Christie at 9. Okay. So, where's the last one? All right. Now, I will probably do this as an offer up as well, simply because I've not had a chance to look this up. This is 1 pound Optus Epsom salt, distributed by Philadelphia Wholesale Drug Company, Philadelphia, PA. If I'm not mistaken, that building is still in Philly as office buildings now. It says that it is, we guarantee this product to be in accordance with the requirements of the United States Pharmacopoeia, Philadelphia Wholesale Drug Company. What, isn't that awesome? So this is going to be another offer up because I have not had a chance to look it up. And this is a cardboard, and then the top and bottom are tin. So we're going to start the Epsom salt one. This one is probably close to 100 years old. Actually, probably is 100 years old. So we're going to start this one at 6 and do this as an offer up. But this is great. I mean, now you can see the height. I mean, there's the nail polish, so you can see how tall it is. So it's probably 6, maybe 7 inches tall. But this is all cardboard, like heavy cardboard tube. And then it has the tin on the top. Now, the top of the tin actually says Optus, which is, of course, you know, right there. But it is, this comes off. There's, like, the tin has got not real, like, it's doing that discoloring thing that tin does before it tries to rust. But I'm not seeing any real rust to it. And then the inside is all in good shape. There's no damage to the cardboard at all. And I see Sonia at 14, but it is a great piece. I've had this for so very long that I honestly don't remember where I got it. I was poking around in the swan trunk, And I found this in the Swan trunk. I know I cheated because I had said I would probably do a video of that trunk, and I cheated. And I took a few things out of it for tonight. So Katie will let me know who the lucky one is that gets this beauty. Now, considering its age, I'm betting this came out of my great-grandparents' house in Norwood, because Granny never really kept anything old. That was my dad's mother. And Nanny and Poppy didn't have anything that old either. But the house in Norwood, with where my two great aunts lived, was like a time capsule. And, you know, when their parents died, you know what they did to the bedroom? They just shut the door. They put big sheets over all the furniture and just shut the door. So we, groovy vintage at 17. Okay. So in 1984, when we had to empty the house, it was such a shock because I had never, ever, you know, I mean, I was raised with, you just don't go into that room. You were not allowed in that room. So you weren't allowed in that bedroom. And I had never seen it until in 84 when I was 19 and we had to empty the house. So I'm thinking that came from there. But yeah. that was a cool find. Let's get, oh, don't get tangled together. Let's do this little bit of jewelry that I have. That's a pin. Where did that come from? There's the ring. Okay. I have a tiny bit of jewelry. None of it's super fantastic. Does anybody remember these goofy things that were from the late 80s, early 90s? You know, you'd put it on and then you'd actually like loop over the pieces and they'd be weighted so that you could just like let it hang, or you could wrap it around your neck more than once. It is a suede cord. Such an interesting rule parents have. Uh-oh. But it's well secured at the end, and then you've got all these neat little stones and beads. I'm not even sure. Like, this is probably a piece. Can the light get it? That's probably a piece of snowflake obsidian. I'm not sure what some of the other pieces are. And then that's probably, because they're not plastic, they're cold, so they're little stones. And then that one's probably a piece of black onyx or obsidian. Probably obsidian. So you have that at one end. And then the other end is great looking piece. So the other one is this great piece of agate. Look at the colors in that. And the it shines really nicely, but I see that the camera is not quite doing it justice for how much it shines. It almost looks like tumbled chips, but they actually have, like, these intrigue me because they were a teardrop shape. Whoops, there we go. They're a teardrop shape, but can you, it keeps hiding. But the edges, it's like this one. So this one has this darker color, but all this is cut out to make it so you can see the light. And then these little pieces, I can't get it. They look like a little pear shape, and then each side has this little sliced off part that's flat, and you can see the cream color underneath. So it's really, really cool. They're all faceted. They're all really, really cool. And I just don't know how to get this thing to focus on something so tiny. But like I said, it is very, very long. And I remember getting this when I was in college and when I was still in the community college, when I found the back door to get into college. So I've had this since probably, let's see, I graduated in 84. I didn't find a way to get into school. So I've had this since I think 87. But it's time. I haven't worn it in years because it's just not really the style that I am into now. But it is cool, even if you just want to repurpose all those neat looking beads. So this is gonna be, because those are great little agate pieces. So this is gonna be $5, number 45. So it's $5, number 45 for the stone pieces. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some antique 1920s stuff that had that kind of thing where it's just a long cord and you loop it around. So that style of necklace has been around for a very long time. So the other pieces I have, oh, you buggers, you tangled together on me. Come on, come on. So a friend's mother, who was very much the hippie chick in the 60s, gave me these. She called them her flapper beads. I can't even get these in the shot. So they have a little brass loop, and then they're plastic on a thread. Now, this set is just a double strand, but I mean, it goes on for days. Look how long that is. And so the neat part of these is, like, once you put it on, you could loop it around twice around your neck, or just have it be one, or do that bit where you have it and then, loop part of it into a knot. But it is really long. They're really lightweight because it's just plastic. And this is, let me write lavender down. So this one is just $3. It's just $3 for this one. And this one's number 19. This one's number 19. A lariat. No, that's what that other one was called, a lariat necklace. So this one is just $3, number 19 for that one. Stick that in there. Belinda. Now, this one is the one I wore for a long time. This one, the beads are a little bit bigger. The colors are definitely more purple than lavender. And it does have a clasp. It does actually have, see if I can maneuver this so you can see it. It does actually have a hook, one of those little tiny clasps. But it's 3 strands. And I get it to hang right. One is slightly longer than the other. But this is another one. I mean, it just goes on forever. Absolutely forever. I've actually loaned this one out to be in a show because somebody did Thoroughly Modern Millie. which is a Broadway show, and it's all the flapper era, even though this is not really flapper. It's meant to look that, but it's definitely from the 60s. It does not have a maker's mark anywhere. It is just like the other in that it is the plastic discs and and it's hung on thread. They're all just molded right onto the thread. It's precious lavender buttons, you know, it really did kind of make me think of her. So the purple, the 3-strand purple necklace. If I could spell right. Wait, so that one was that, and this one. So this one's going to be $5. It is longer even than the other one, than the one that I just showed you. It's 3 strands, does have the catch, but this one is $5 and it's number 22. $5, number 22 for the purple one, the 3-stranded purple one with the catch. So, Rebecca Higgins. Okay. Now, this next one I'm going to let be an offer up. I don't believe it's got any. I'm not seeing any maker's mark. I'm not seeing any marks at all to tell me what it's made of. I suspect that's brass. Could it be brass or probably copper with a finish? So this one. So here's the back side of it, if it'll actually let you see it. So it's adjustable in that will open up more. How can I get it to show you? So you could kind of see it where it opens right there. So it will expand. But are you ready? Are you ready? Look at the front of this. Look at that. Isn't that so cool? Great little rhinestones. I can't get the camera to focus. So they are really pink, like a rose pink, not that Pepto-Bismol pink, but they are really nice rose pink. They are all square cut, faceted rhinestones. There are two big stones in the middle. I'm trying to hide my face so that maybe then it'll focus. Everything is prong set. There we go. And it's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So this is number 20. And this is an offer up. So it is so let's start this at $7. It's an offer up. We're going to start it at $7. It is definitely an older ring. Like I said, it is all prong set. Those are really nice. And I don't think those are, I can't tell because I can't see the back of them. Because the way it's attached on the back, you can't see the back of the stones at all. So I can't tell if their color is because of it has the color painted onto the back. But boy, it's got a good sparkle. They look fantastic. There's no stones missing. And as I said, it does expand. You can see where it opens. That's not a break. That's actually made that way. These are rounded. That's rounded off. If it were a break, those would be sharp and flat and they'd cut you, but it's rounded off. It's made to be adjustable, but it is a fabulous little ring. And it's just a great little find. And I've decided I've enjoyed it long enough, and it's time to send it on to someone else to enjoy it. And somebody else is going to get this fabulous rhinestone piece. That's the hard part for me for like doing any of the, if I decide to part with more of the older jewelry, is that the camera I have is my phone, and it just doesn't do justice to catching the finer details of these. But that is such a great little ring. 16 Old Stuff Beth. Now I do have some jewelry that is this shade of blue, and I'm not parting with that. I have some bracelets and brooches, and I love the rhinestones that are this shade of blue. I don't care how hard it is to have, clip earrings on. I have been known to wear them just because they're the shade of blue. Yeah, my hair does look better longer. It's oh, who won the lariat? The lariat necklace was Lavish Mango. And then the ring was Old Stuff. Now that's the only jewelry I have tonight. And unless you want to count these, where's the other one? There's the other one. So these aren't technically jewelry. They're they're just these goofy little things, and I did keep one just because I just think it's hysterically funny. So Minstrel Books did stuff for junior high school age books. And when I used to work at the bookstore, you'd get these things that would be now they're just meant to be a button, but it's made this folds over, and you can either use it as you could either put it on your shirt and just fold that over, or you could use it as a bookmark. But because they're so thin, this doesn't last very long. It will break if you keep bending it more than once or twice. But the book was called My Teacher is an Alien, which I thought was absolutely hysterically funny. And so I kept a couple of them. Now, see, 3 of these already have their thing bent over. And there are some little scratches. Like these guys, you can see the little scratches. There it is. Just from them being up against each other. This one's got some scratching there. But just as a fun, quirky thing, just because I have mine is in with my Halloween decorations. So I just very quietly have this, I'll just sit it against some Halloween stuff just for the heck of it, just because it says my teacher is an alien. So since I found extras, I have 4 extras. So I thought I would see if anybody wanted this silly little advertising thing for a book. And they're just $1. They're just $1. I mean, these are just $1. The other one won't be, but there's a reason for that. But these are just going to be $1. If anybody would like one, I'll take the first. I have 4 of these. The first 4 people that put in number 33. It's number 33. It's only $1. Okay, Auntie Christie wants one. Lavish Mango. I got two more. Belinda. Oh, Vintage Vinny's junk jar. Hadn't thought about that. Okay, so there's a fourth one here. Should I just send the fourth one to Vinny? What one? Let me double check here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Wow, Book Bewitched. I did double check the chat, and you must not have been in sync on the video because your 45 came in way after the two people who came in for you trying to get one. Well, hi, Nate. How's my possum doing? Okay, so we did. Okay, so the fourth one is going to get sent to Vinny. It's going to get sent to Vinny from the Night Owls. I'm not even going to say it's from me. I'm just going to say it's from the Night Owls. Just for fun. Because I like that twisted kind of thing. So I found a sneaky way to refresh without having to like completely reload the whole screen. If you go to your settings, so if you're watching on on a phone, if you tap the screen, there'll be three little dots up in the right hand corner of your screen, and that's where settings are, and you can put the speed. You can set the speed to like 1.5 and it'll just blow through and line you back up without having to like totally refresh. And then if you're on a laptop, you have that little gear at the bottom picture of the picture. And that little gear is the settings. And you can do the same thing there. And what it does is it plays however far behind you are. It'll play everything at that faster speed until it catches you up with everything, which I thought was a neat trick because it works a lot faster than me refreshing the whole page. So, okay, now this one, I don't know if there's any Trekkies out there. This one's going to cost a little more because I actually found some of these online. And I have one extra. Just the one. But the only logical books to read, Star Trek. Because the Star Trek, when it went before they really got going with all the movies again, they started writing books that were Star Trek novels. And they started selling them in the 80s and all through the 90s. This one is copyrighted 1989, Paramount Pictures Corporation. For Pocket Books was the one that published them. So it's the same kind of thing, but I've only got the one, and it's Star Trek. So if there's any Trekkies out there, the Star Trek one, I'm still going to cut you a deal because, you know, you're my night owls and I take care of you. So the Trek one is going to be $5 if anybody wants the Star Trek one. So it's $5. It's number 24 for the Star Trek one. It's $5 for that one. Number 24. Now, and like the other one, you can see there's a little bit of scratching around the edge because this is just like a thin enamel paint over top of these things. And we've got who have we got first? I'm seeing everybody saying, oh, there we go. Rebecca Higgins. Everybody's saying hello to Nate, and I'm like, where is the thing for this one? Okay, so Rebecca. All right, now here's what I'm going to do. If I come across more, because I didn't get all the way down into that trunk. If I come across more, I'm saving the names of those others who wanted some. Because I found this in the black hole room. And while some of you have done your black hole challenge and a few people are finished their black hole challenge, mine is an entire room that was so packed I couldn't even walk in the door. So I may still find something. So if more, I will save one for Lavish Mango and for Belinda Carroll if I find more. I'll write that down. So it's all right, Nate. It happens every time you come into a chat, darling, because everybody just adores you. You're such a sweetheart to all of us. Uh-oh, purple love is here, and we've already sold the purple stuff. Oops. All right, what's next? How about we do these goofy things? Get these out of the way. I have 2 of these. No, let's not do that. I'm getting tired. I'm getting punchy. So, I don't know. I mean, my mom bought all kinds of things for costumes. But, I mean, I think it just screams 1980s belt buckle. But it's the kind where it's got this kind of back. So it's the kind where you would probably have an elastic piece that had a metal loop on the end, and then you would hook it. You'd just hook it over these parts. But I mean, this thing's huge. This thing is huge. Look at that size of that thing. Hazel, you thought I wasn't coming on? Oh, probably because I didn't get. The only thing I got out was I got a picture of the box, some of the stuff in the box, onto Instagram, and I filmed a video that I would have had to edit because I screwed up a couple of things and said a few words because I broke something. So I didn't get a chance to just post the video because I would have had to edit it, and I ran out of time before I had to leave for work. So, yeah, you could. I mean, it'd be a big hair barrette. I mean, really, I mean, look at the size of this thing. This is a standard nail polish bottle, and it's as tall as that. It is as big as a coaster. The thing's massive. It says on the back, made in China for Westwater Enterprises, elastic belt sold separately. And it is fabulous beading. It's on velvet. The beadwork is all on velvet. They're all plastic beads. I did not try to take one off to see. Oh, so the back is satiny. So the back is a satin. So I have 2, and let's see, beaded belt buckle. I spell it right. Number 1 and number 2. So, so since I have the 2, I'll take the first 2 people who would like one, and these are going to be $5 for each. So it's $5 each, and they are number 42, and I'll take the first 2 people. So, and like I said, the back is this satin finish, and then it's got these kind of hooks. So you just, I have a belt buckle that I'm not giving up yet. That's Belinda and Melanie. That is rainbows. It's a rainbow. Remember back in the day when Mork and Mindy was on, and then rainbow everything popped up because of him and his suspenders? So Belinda Carroll has getting one, and Serendipity from Melanie. I still love serendipity. It's so fun to say. You're getting the other one. Awesome. Won't it be some interesting but large things on your shoes? So at some point, I mean, I could do an entire sale. Once we get that room emptied, it'll give me a clearinghouse to really have a place to shelves and a place to sort things and sit them up. And there will end up being some specialty sales. I've got enough fabric in the house to, run my own fabric store for probably quite a while. And there's just so much craft stuff. You have no idea how many boxes of craft stuff just got sent to Philly Flipper's warehouse for storage right now. So that's a mighty big pasty, Belinda. Cougar alert. Is somebody thinking they're picking up Nate? So oh yeah, Nate would be the best brother-in-law ever, wouldn't he? That would be cool. Where did I put it? I put him somewhere safe. So we've got this little guy. I have a feeling that this got sent to me by a pen pal at some point. Munchen. I don't know where Munchen is. Where does it say on the back? Well, that's not English, but I could tell it says porcelain manufacturer. Bavaria. Floss? It says FM on the back. You see that maker's mark? So I'm doing okay so far. Beth, I'm doing okay. I am fading though, but I do want to try to do about another 20 minutes, and then I think I'm probably going to be done. But it's a neat little dish. I like the architecture. I do like the architecture. So the Munchen dish is gonna be $3. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not gonna fit into the style that I want for different places in my house. So it's $3. It's number 44. If anyone would like that. Oh, Annie Christie, you've been there? Awesome. I've not been anywhere except London. I got the chance to go to London. And while I didn't see the Queen, I did see a prince. He was ever so nice, too. But boy, the car he had. Oh, I was like so jealous of the car. Moon Goddess, I know if you don't go to a channel every so often and see something, watch one of their videos and hit a thumbs up or make a comment, YouTube will start purging some of the people you subscribe to. It's annoying, but they do it. So every once in a while, I just like scroll through my list and go, who haven't I looked at in a long while? Is that the clock that has like all the cool stuff that it does? Let's see. I really, really, really want to. They can wait. I really, really, really want to get these out of here because they're fragile. Okay, you ready for some vintage little fancy things? Okay, like, see what I mean about how they're fragile? They're like barely holding together. Now, this is the one. It's got some issues. You can see this one's missing. Its pieces they're on the back. They're folded on the back. These have the gummy stuff. I don't know that anybody's gonna lick the back of these, but these are what they call scraps. Now this one's got some issues. It's curled under there. The little fronds are folded under, but there's 2 of these. This is going to be an offer up. There are 2 sheets of these. Now this one, they're all in better shape, except this one also is curled under, but the piece is there. It's there. It's still attached. These are scraps. This is how they used to sell those things. They would just be like stuck together. These have the gummy on the back, the glue that you would wet. So these are just fabulous, and they're big. I mean, look at the size of each one of these cool looking gold thingies. So these are going to be an offer up. I've no idea how old they are. The paper they were in was so the paper they were in literally disintegrated in my hands as I tried to unwrap it. But these are great. But the tissue paper just fell apart. So, darling, yes, Nate is an unclaimed treasure. Some man's going to be very lucky. He doesn't know. They don't know what they're missing over there. So, I don't date either, Nate. I just play once in a blue moon. Anyway. So we're going to do this as an offer up. You get all of them. So there's 12 of these. And you can do whichever you would like to do. If you want to frame it, if you want to junk journal with it, it is just great. And gold. So it is anytime Katie would like to start the timer. And we're going to start these. We're going to start these at $4. They don't have anything on them to tell me where they were made. Even the center of these is embossed. Can you see that little floral? There's a tiny little floral design in the center. All of this is all embossed. The details are fantastic. So I see Londa at 4. I don't know. They are really, really bright. I don't know if they're gold leaf. I really kind of wouldn't be surprised because it's a really bright gold. But usually gold leaf is really kind of heavy, and these aren't really super heavy. So we're still at 5. It's an offer up. So we're still at 5. So I see Belinda has come in at 5. I'm going to be super careful with these. Londa at 7. But they are a oh, look, cat hair not included. Let's take the cat hair off of there. Belinda has jumped to 10. But yeah, they're just fabulous pieces. And I'm guessing they're like, because the way they're hooked together, I think they're Victorian scraps, but they're just fantastic. Eek. I have them like in a little folder piece in here because I've just wanted to be so careful with them because I don't want them to pop apart anymore. And I'm seeing Belinda at 10. Laonda's out. Second part of living is out. And I think, yeah, that's our 3. So I think it's going to Belinda because everybody else is out. For 10. Okay. Katie Hunt, don't worry. We managed. We made it work. We made it work. And I know, you've got other things on your mind tonight. Because I saw the comments about your grandfather, so I never really knew any of mine. One died before I was born, and the other passed away when I was 10, and I don't remember him before the first stroke. But I did learn an awful lot of interesting words that could have made a sailor blush from him. Wow. And a mouth on him. The other reason I know I'm tired, but I've also got chamomile tea because that's going to knock me out too. So let's do, we did these. Oh, that's the earring to the doll. So I have to figure out how to put that back on. So let's get, you know what, we'll wait on that too, because I am fading. So does anybody want to see some figural Avon Avon bottles that are the figures? I still have some in the original boxes. Happy and Hearted, yes, Nate has a channel. Oh. Katie, I know my mom ended up in the ICU for some, it wasn't that she had internal bleeding, it's her body just stopped making blood, because that's what happens if you're allergic to Coumadin. It was hard to convince them that that had to be what was the problem, was the Coumadin. And then when they some doctor finally got a doctor that said, all right, you know what? I'll be back. You stay here. He comes back half an hour later and he's like, you know what? You're right. And I was the one that researched it back in the early days of the internet, that it causes anemia. So I had the opposite problem. My mom didn't make enough blood for a while there. So this is empty. Doesn't really smell like anything. But I'm trying to put her together. She is adorable. She looks like that old pink satin glass. So it's this wonderful ballerina. She's sitting on an old-fashioned steamer trunk. You see, she's got her little ballet shoes on, but she's just sitting there. But it is Prima Ballerina. It used to have Sweet Honesty perfume in it. It is Avon, and it's 1981 is when it's from. So the Prima Ballerina bottle, I gotta write it down, is so cute. And I haven't looked any of these up, and I'm not even gonna worry about it tonight. So the Prima Ballerina bottle is going to be, she's a ballerina, and I know ballerina stuff goes pretty well, but she does have the original box, which I think looks really pretty, because the box, I can't remember who the artist is, but it kind of looks like one of the Impressionists. But the box is really cool because the image goes all the way around. And then you have her. So she's $7. She's $7. She's number 43. Because ballerina stuff is not easy to find. And I love that she looks like that old satin glass, the old pink satin glass. Now, the top is plastic, and then they would have the glass bottle. Okay, Auntie Christie. Now, I know I have more of these figural, because my mom used to buy me, when I was in my early teens, would buy me these figural ones. But one of my brothers, when he moved in, was a jerk, and he decided he was going to clean the attic, and he kept complaining about all these gift boxes Mom was keeping in the attic, and he threw them all away, and he put them in his truck and work and put them in the dumpster. After he got thrown out of the house, we found out that jerk didn't get rid of the gift boxes that she kept. He got rid of all the big trash bags I had that had my name on them that said collectibles boxes. That jerk threw away all the boxes to all my collectibles. And we all know collectibles are worth more if you have the box. I was ready to slap him, but he would probably hit back. So I'm not doing that. Robert Hitman. There's a game. Isn't there? Is it Xbox or PlayStation? There's a game called Hitman. So okay. So we have her. I don't even know what this one is. I hadn't opened it. It's got interest. I like the box. The box is really pretty. I'm just not a big pink person. I mean, I do have pink. Oh, she's the doll. Okay, she used to have everything had Sweet Honesty in it. This is Precious Priscilla. She has no feet. Oh wait, yeah, there is kind of a little foot there. And it's her head that goes on. So she's just made to look, she reminds me of like a little doll. The way the arms are just kind of like there. She's also from 1981. And so she's going to be So she's gonna be $5 and she's number 11. $5, number 11. Boy, I just took her head off. Put her head back on for Precious Priscilla. She looks kind of like, you know, bored out of her mind. Stick her back in her box. She was number 11. Off with her head. Oh. Okay, where were we? Auntie Christy, you will. Stepford Priscilla. Oh my lord, like the Stepford Wives. Oh. Oh my. That's a good one. Let's see. Let's do these two little guys. And then we'll do a couple books and then I'll be done on. I'm kind of beat. So remember in the 80s when, you know, Poirot mimes, the French Poirot mimes were around. So this had charisma in it. So we have so I had these out for a long time. So it's a glass body and the plastic head, but you have the tall one. Okay. Now you guys tell me if you want me to do this for both of them. Now, the tall one had charisma in it, and I adore the boxes because I like silhouette kind of things, and this is like a reverse one. And then this one had a car in it, and it's sitting. And the box matches the other one. So let him get him out of the box. Now, should I could use a little dusting. Should I do these separate? I should do these separate. Okay. And see now, then he has that. Now I had these in my curio shelf. I have a shelf that my brother-in-law built for me. In the black hole room when that used to be my bedroom. And it has doors with glass in it, and I used to have a lot of this stuff in there, and there's still a bunch of them in there, but I can't get to it. So somewhere around here, my mom had a pattern to actually make, almost dropped the box, to make a pillow that had them, that was the face on the pillow, was one of those. So, all right, so we'll do them separate. So we'll do the standing one. And then we'll do the sitting. Okay, so the standing one, I like how he's good. Remember they used to always have like little pom-poms in her outfit. He's got the little white pom-poms at his ankles. He's holding his hands behind his back. It's really neat. And they're still in the original box. They just don't have the perfume in them. Good night, Robert. So, so these are going to be $6. And he's number 4. $6, number 4 for the standing one. $6, number 4 for the standing one. Oh no, Annie Christie, these had been full of perfume when I got them. These all would have had perfume in them when I got them. And I probably used most of the perfume, unless it was one I didn't really like, and then I would have poured it out. Can we get the thumbs up to 55? I'm still only seeing 53 on my screen, but it might be higher because I haven't refreshed. All right, so we had no takers for the standing one. All right. And then we have the sitting one. I just realized I think the sitting one's a girl. The sitting one, she's got little tiny curls sticking out. And so the sitting one is $6. And that's number 2. The sitting one is $6 is number 2. Stick that in there. Well, they both they call her Pirette. They didn't call her Columbine. Oh, Lavish, you want the standing one? Okay. No, not Mago. Mango, I can't spell. And the sitting one. And the sitting one goes Racing to Recycle. Racing to Recycle, do I have your info? I don't remember. I got to get into the right one. Okay, there's Groovy Vintage. Now I got to get back to the right screen. Racing to Recycle. You sent it? Okay. Do I have any figurines? Like porcelain figurines? No, I don't have very many of those. I don't really think because my mom never really was into that, and then with having 4 brothers and a Boy Scout troop, this was the neighborhood house. So she didn't really have that much. Yeah, a lot of people don't think that they blow off the Avon bottles, but you know, at this point now, the Avon bottles, they're getting collected because of not for necessarily that they're Avon, but because of what they are. Like the ballerina one, there's a lot of people that would like the ballerina one because they like ballerinas. So, and some of the other ones are collectible simply because of what they are. Either they're a bird or they're a car or they're something. And I am not finding. No, that's Becky. I'm still checking for the email for Racing to Recycle. I like the name. That's a cool name. Let me refresh my email and see if it's come in. Nope. All right. I know I've been missing something in the chat so that I could find it. Let's see. Culbertson. Any primitives? No, that's something else that we didn't. I don't know that I have too much of for primitives. But then with having inherited 3 estates, there's stuff here that I open a box and I go, darned if I know what's in it. Yes, some really good companies have manufactured for Avon over the decades. So, so there might be some country pieces as I get to it. There also might be some primitives now that I think about it, because because I know my friend Nancy, who passed away, she was very into colonial primitive stuff. Hello, Sarah. I'm hanging in there. I'm running out of steam tonight because I did work and I just get tired so easily. And I'm definitely running out of steam. Dare we show Sarah what she missed? I bet I hear the scream from Iowa. So they are scraps. They're paper. They're embossed paper. See these, Sarah? Aren't they fabulous? And they've got like the old style gum glue that you'd wet on the back. Oh. So Sarah, you like, yeah, you're ready to be upset, aren't you? That's all right. What did I do with it? I found something, Sarah, I'm going to stick in the little box I have for you. I found this yesterday. Mike took me out to dinner, and this was sitting next to our car on the ground, and it's this teeny little ballerina. Now, this piece looks like it would go through your buttonhole, like an old stud, but it's just this really neat little ballerina, and I'm sticking it in the box. I'm sticking it in the box of little stuff for you, because that box is almost full. So your box will be on the way, probably within the next, if I keep finding little stuff, probably within the next week. That little box of stuff will be full of little stuff for you. So, all right, let's do these books, because I had shown them in a video and then never did them. So we're going to do these books and then call it a night, because I'm tired out. And that's not a good thing. So most of these, because they have condition issues, you could do them for whatever you wanted, junk journaling, or just to have a reading copy. Like, it's funny, it's like some of my old kids' books, I didn't mind having beat up copies, because these, if the kids played with them, I didn't care. They weren't collectible copy. So like this one, you can see at some point I, like an idiot, wrote my name on the front, especially when you open it up and you find out it's from 1958. So it probably was an original one. My brother, it was originally my brother David's book. That's back when they lived on 21st Street. That's back when they lived in a row home that backed up to the old cemetery. But it's still, I mean, a lot of the pages still have the good illustrations for Danny and the dinosaur. But some pages have like a little discoloring on the thread. There's little marks at the bottom of the page. And like this is another one. There's little marks along the edge there. But, you know, they are still neat illustrations that you could play around with and use for whatever you wanted to. Yeah, I mean, this was one of my favorite books as a kid. It really was one of my favorite books. And but because it's not in great shape, And it really would be one that you could like frame it or do. Yeah, I love Sid Hoff. I love the ones I'm not parting with. I can't remember. I don't think it was Sid Hoff who did them. Who remembers Harold and the Purple Crown? I still have my copy of that, and I have there's one about Harold, I think, goes to the zoo. So I still have those, and I'm not giving them up. So Danny and the Dino is gonna be so he's gonna be $5. He's gonna be $5, and he's number 8. $5, number 8. And it's like I said, it's just such a shame that like most of the issues there are minor, but the fact that it's just like the cover's in such beat up shape that it's not for collector. So it goes to Sarah. Like I said, I'm gonna be sleeping with that heating pad on my chest. Now, here's another one. I love the illustrations as a kid. This is a wonder book called I See the Sky. My one grandmother, if she could find any book she found that had a red-headed little girl in it, she would buy me. She would buy them for me. So this is from 1960. And I don't know if they ever reprinted, but it's a cute story. It's got good illustrations. Climbing up in the tree with the kite. The pages are in really good shape. The pages don't seem to really have any problems with them. They're great illustrations. But again, it's the problem is like it's written on the back. It's really worn. The spine's starting to split. The edges are all rounded. There's all kinds of marks on it. But it's still, it's a first edition. It's a really good one. But I See the Sky is going to be $5. I got to write everything down because I'm on my list ready. And this is number 41 for the lovely little redhead. 41, it's $5. Oh, the Fuzzy Wuzzy books. The Hungry Caterpillar. The Hungry Caterpillar kind of came after my time. Sarah's got the fast internet tonight, man. Sarah, don't you have enough kids' books? Actually, though, Sarah has had some fantastic condition old children's books at Thrift used live sales lately. I'm so jealous of the auctions out where you are, because where I'm at, there's only one auction house that's still doing anything online. So of course the prices are like ching. I love books and I collect books, but I am well aware that these are not collectible in the condition they're in per se. These are what I would use as reading copies. And I read all of these to Mike. I read all of these to Michael when he came to live with me. I've read them to the other nieces and nephews. But even he said these weren't his favorites, so I'm allowed to sell these. I remember Make Way for Ducklings. And If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, I have sold more of that. And if you give if you give a moose a milkshake, there's a whole series of those. And we used to sell them at the Delaware Art Museum. Curious George, I have a couple of those somewhere. So this one is Pudgy. But you can see again where, look, my idiot child self, and then I put the Y way down here. But it's the same, like there's split in here. This is a Rand McNally elf book. And I started to write my name in up here. Illustrated by Jean Tamborin. Roman numerals. Let's see. 1964. So the book's a year older than I am. And you could tell, like, the pages are starting to get that tan color that the paper gets. But I just love that first image. But this is Pudgy Bear, who this is his first time. And look at the little possums. Little possums. And this one, okay. Can we talk about this? I remember having this read to me when I was 3 and hating this page because of the creepy eyes. As a 3-year-old, that is the creepiest thing you can do in a kid's book. It is like a 3 and 4-year-old. Why would you put creepy little demon eyes? Scared the hell out of me as a little tiny child. But I always loved, I just adored all the illustrations of the animals. You know, I just love this one. I don't really remember the story so much, but I just remember, like, you know, all the pictures, like when he gets all wet, you know. So the inside pictures are still in really good shape, but the outside is got the issues. So Pudgy here, he's gonna be $5. And Pudgy is number 3. Pudgy is number 3. He's $5. All right, who's picking on me for killing Frosty? Rebecca. All right. Okay. Now, let's see here. Andy. Now, this one is before my time. And it's a bigger book. But it's the spine is like completely gone. So it's Walt Disney, but it's Andy Burnett. And there's a lot of wear on the edges here. And like I said, the spine covering's gone. This was one of my brother David's books. Now, David, let's see, if Gary is 8 years older than me, then David would be 8, 9, 10, 12 years older than me. And he scribbled with a pencil all on there. Oh, you still get tears from watching that, How I Killed Frosty? I'm telling you, man, somewhere there's some little kid that's in therapy over that. Yes, and Katie's dog ate the head off the real baby Jesus. Oh. So this one, apparently this was, it says it's from the Walt Disney television series, based on the stories by Stuart Edward White. But I don't know those. Now this says it's from 1958. And it's also got, he entered the small tavern at the edge of Pittsburgh. Wait, is this like in Pennsylvania? So, I mean, there's some dirt marks on some of the pages. I have no idea. I've never, ever heard of this. But it had been some, you know, back in the 50s. Oh, I like the riverboat. Back in the 50s, they were throwing anything they thought would stick on television. Now, some of them were great quality, and we still watch like some of them today, but others were, no. This looks strange, though. Doesn't this guy look, this one with the, doesn't he look like modern clothing? This guy right here? He looks a little out of place. So I don't know who he is. And there's something called the test. So he ends up fighting. And then there's a section on Indians. Another thing where they're out camping. So, I mean, I guess you could use it for junk journaling. I've never heard of this Andy Burnett. I have no idea. So this one's also going to be $5. It's Where's Waldo's Grandpa. So he's $5. It's number 40. So there's that one. Sarah, I was so mad. And they aren't, everybody's losing their mind over the Dr. Seuss books. They're not banned. The family that owns the copyright has decided to not publish them anymore. And so right away, other places decided that, oh, we have to yank all of ours. And eBay has banned them. eBay has banned them, and you can't sell them on eBay anymore. I do have, I was so surprised because they have If I Ran the Zoo is one of the ones. I have that. And I thought they said McElligot's Pool, which that's one of my favorites. And I have that one too. So I was really, really surprised about that one. What? No, thanks, Gary, but no more tea because I'm going to go to bed soon. This is another big one. And like, how many of you have seen this happen with old kids' books? They have this weird shiny gloss coating, and then it just starts peeling off. So I think most of it's peeled off the front. And it's like there's some here on the back, but most of it's all flaked off, and there's no spine. This is The Big Black Horse. So anybody that really likes, now this was the oldest brother. This was my brother Steve's book. Steve is 16 years older than me. And it has some fabulous, so it has a copyright to Walter Farley from 1941 and 1953. Look at that artwork of that horse. Isn't that gorgeous? You could frame that one alone. Who wants the Andy book? Because I didn't. I want to just double check and make sure that there's no other. Thrift You, yeah, some of them were going for a fortune. Happy in Harned. Okay. But then eBay started yanking them all. So, yeah, this is absolutely frameable. Now, some of them are just black and white, but then you come across. So they're talking about how they're on a ship apparently, and he's becoming friends with the horse. But then, of course, there's a storm, and the horse is washed overboard. And this stuff is peeling off and falling off. And Arabians are very, very obnoxious. They're high strung. They're easily spooked. They are hard as hell to keep control of. Growing up, my cousin used to do dressage, and she had an Arabian, and she finally gave up on the Arabian and then got a different horse because he was an obnoxious pain. So the kid ends up just the kid and the horse on some island. So the kid's getting a drink of water. The only way I don't know how to properly ride a horse because I haven't been on one since I was a little kid, but she ended up with a quarter horse. Now, quarter horses are massive. It's like riding a sofa. And could only, because I was so little, I could only ride it side saddle. She'd hook my leg over the, what's it called? The pommel, because I was too little to straddle him. So it seems like there's a lot more black and white pictures, and they look really nicely done because they look like they were done as charcoal pictures, because they'll actually do that. But look at that one of the horse. That one right there you could frame. And that's not a line drawn. That's the rope that's on the horse. So that's not a flaw from somebody doing stuff. And eventually they get found. And there's still, I mean, there's a lot of other pictures. I know I'm holding it kind of far away. And so they find them and they get them back to civilization. It's a pity that one goes over 2 pages. So they're gorgeous pictures. But it's shedding. It's leaving these little bits of the glossy stuff all over my desk. So the Big Black Horse book is, you know, because of the condition and all. I mean, I know I'm selling it mostly for the artwork and junk journaling. So I know I'm kind of giving them away, but I don't mind. So it's another one. It's just going to be $5. I know just the artwork of those prints alone, the big ones. Walter Farley's the author of The Black Stallion. Huh. So maybe it's from another one of his stories, because I know he wrote a lot of short stories and other stories, longer ones, about horses. But it's just Big Black Horse by Walter Farley and illustrated by James Shucker. So it's $5. It's number 29. $5, number 29. So who do we got? Sarah, what the hell did you just do? Well, now, so I think I couldn't figure out why Farley sounded familiar. Okay, so yeah, the struggle is real. But I kind of think that needs to go to the second part of living, because she got all the number in. It's always hard on the seller to decide here. She can't even write book. Well, it's up to second part of living, because she was the first one to get in there. So second part of living, she's got the numbers in there. if she wants it to go to you, we can do that. But if not, fair is fair. She got all the numbers in. Sarah can have it. All right. You're a doll. I'll put down for Sarah. Oh my goodness. Oh, see, this is why, you know, some nights I don't get through everything I have in the box because we start laughing at each other too much. But I'm also tonight, I know I'm just not. Oh. Well, we're not going to be up much longer, Mr. L. Page, just because I'm wearing out. You know, it hasn't even been 2 full weeks that I've been out of the hospital, so. But yeah, I'm running out of steam. Hey, does anybody? So I have 2 things. Well, one thing. We'll just do one that I snagged because we had the Poirot. Yeah, I don't know what a bowl is too, spelled that way. So I have these charts, and there were quite a few of them that were for cross stitch things, and I don't know if you guys are interested in that kind of craft stuff, but check out that. I mean, this has got to be from the 80s, because in the 80s, you know, those jester things were all over the place. And I never used it. I never made this one. I think I probably had plans at some point. We love you, Sarah. So is there an interest in that kind of stuff? In if I had a sale on charts or books or maybe even kits that were cross stitch stuff, because there's a lot of these. So I just didn't know if there'd be an interest, and I wanted to show it and see. Okay. So since I have it in my hands and I'm showing it, is anybody interested in this one? Because, yeah, but not that one. Oh, somebody is interested in this one. Okay, so the only thing wrong with this one is, like, you could tell it was dusty, and because the dust left some discoloring up in this corner. But other than that, I mean, there's no marks in it or anything. It's other than that, it's in perfect shape because I never used it. So for the Jester cross stitch pattern, I haven't bought one of these in so many years. I don't even know what these go for now, but this one's kind of like, you know, over the top. So this one is, you know what, let's $3 for this one, and it's number 5. $3, number 5. All right. All right. One of the other Nancys. Nancy. I'm not writing out all that name. I'm still missing an email. So. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean about maybe looking like, that is a pretty one, isn't it? It does kind of look like Michael Jackson. I have sold some of the kits. Who's the one? There are certain kits, and I can't remember the name of the company, and if they say gold label, and if you sell them, they get sought after. There's some artists that their patterns go really, really high. And I have some fabulous fairy ones that I haven't done. Oh, yeah, it is Easter now. Any rug yarn. Okay. Let me write that down. Because I do have a notebook that oh, Nancy, yours I have, but there was somebody who got something racing to recycle. I don't see an email, and it's not a name I recognize. And I don't think there was a second person for that item, for the sitting Perot, but that's okay, because, you know, if not, then I will put it back into the sale another time. Because I have more, I've got 4 more of those Avon bottles, because I actually have 2 of the, they did a whole series that was the nursery rhymes, and I have Little Miss Muffet and Little Jack Horner in the box. So Lavish Mango's looking for rug yarn. And okay, Sonia, you need to buy something tonight. You tend to like the macabre. Yeah, I do too. You know, the coolest thing I have in the kind of macabre kind of, the clean out of my great-grandparents' house. In the bottom of the built-in china closet, there was a closet, had glass door, had shelves, and that was part of where the massive salt and pepper shaker collection was. But down in the bottom of it, in the cabinet part, I found, not only did I find a 1939 board to a Wizard of Oz board game that I've never been able to find another one of, because it actually has, what they did is they took the same board game that they had released before with the illustrations from the books in it, and they swapped out some of the pictures of the people with the pictures of Judy Garland and Burt Lair and the ones from the movie. And it's dated 1939, and I've never seen another one. So I have that, but I also found this brass plaque, and I didn't know, because, you know, it was this way, and then there was 2 brass pieces sticking up, and I pick it up and I go, what the devil's that? And then I flip it over. Well, it says Alec Blades and the dates, and it says Jest Resting, not just, Jest, Jest. So it was a mistake. Somebody screwed up and had Jest Resting, and I thought it was so funny, I asked if I could keep it. So I have people go, oh, that's so morbid. I'm like, I think it's hilarious. So Melody, I'm so jealous. 190 sets of salt and pepper shakers. I wish eBay was around when we had to empty that house in 1984, because I stopped counting salt and pepper shakers when I hit 300 or 400, not individual, pairs, 300 or 400 pairs of salt and pepper shakers. So, and they went back, that collection was started by my great-grandmother and continued by my great-aunt. So there was stuff that went all the way back. There were some things from the centennial of the United States. Not the bicentennial, the centennial. And that stuff went to my aunts and my uncle. So I just can't wait to see what ones you get, because a lot of the salt and pepper shaker guidebooks that I've seen just don't have anything as old as that. So okay, I know I don't have too much left and I'm running out of steam. I do have this. If anybody, now Aunt Martha's still is made, they still make them, but this one is all birds. It is birds, says birds galore, and they only ever showed like 3 on the cover. This has never been opened. It's hot iron transfers. The nice part of the transfers is you can do these with anything. You don't have to stitch. You can use fabric paint. You can make quilt applique on some of them. These are kind of small, but sometimes you get the bigger ones that are simpler designs and you can applique them. So if anyone is interested in the bird transfers, I've had these for years. And it's an unopened pack. So if you're interested in the bird transfers, it's $2 for this one, because I'm pretty sure they still make this one. It's $2. It's number 32 for the bird transfers. Auntie Christie. All right. Let's speaking of salt and pepper shakers, we'll do these. These are going to be an offer up, and then I'm out and going to bed because I'm getting really tired and I'm getting warning signs. No, we don't want those. Don't want warning signs. So this is part of that collection. These are 2 little quail. There's 2 holes in the back of this one on that. They have the original corks. They are made in Japan. These were part of the massive collection. So we have the quail salt and pepper set. They are in perfect shape. There's not a chip. There's no cracks. The beaks are in good shape. He's really pointy. Like he doesn't feel like there's a chip, but he's a really pointy beak. So I had debated about whether putting them here or putting them on eBay, but I'll put them here and let you guys have them. They are in beautiful condition. They're in perfect shape. These are an offer up. And I know these suckers can go high. They are a hard one to find. And I mean, look at the faces. The faces were incredibly well done. And so we're going to start these. Good night, Happy and Hearted. We are going to start these at $9 because these are hard to find. And this will be the last thing for the night. I mean, they even have the little feet. The little feet are in there. So as soon as Katie puts a, oh, we got, okay. Go for it. We'll just do it that way. I see Annie Christie at 10. I think my camera started to slide. But yeah, it is an absolutely beautiful set. And I mean, it really is indicative of what the quality was of the ones that were at my great grandmother's collection. I mean, there was stuff from Germany, from before the war. There was porcelain, there was glass, there was so many. And I still have some, and I had unpacked these today, and I thought, wow, they really are a great pair. I see Tammy at 15. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful set. They'd really be kind of cool to have is in the fall. Quail is not something that I have around me. For all the other critters that come into my yard, these are not anything I've seen in my area. My area is too urban. So Sonia Mills is at 16. And Tammy at 17. But and the tails go right down to the bottom edge. Both tails, they have that nice tapering like they're supposed to, and they go right to the bottom. Wow, Tammy's really, really wanting these. So I think everybody is out now except Tammy. All right, Tammy. Yeah. All right, darling. They are yours, and I will put them back in their tissue paper. So I get feral cats in my backyard. Saw a new one today. And possum and raccoon. And I haven't seen possum lately. She's huge. So, and it's about time for the babies to come. Same thing with the raccoon. It's about time that, well, the raccoon, the baby should already be here. I have not seen her lately, but I've heard her, and I thought late last night, I thought I heard the funny chittering noise that baby raccoons do. So, so there you go. I have found some other, and I'll do a video on them. I left them in the swan trunk because I really wanted to. I did pull some things out of there for this sale. Those salt and pepper shakers were one of them. I was so bummed. I pulled this out, and one of the other salt and pepper shakers landed on it and broke it. I was so mad. Doesn't that look so cool? It's not metal. It's not metal. It's porcelain. And then the salt and pepper shaker landed on it and broke it. I was so mad. So the piece is in there. I put the piece in. But it has, it's going to reflect so much. It's got the sticker and a number, but it's got a sticker. I was so mad. It's in Arco, Japan. And I've still got the piece, but I was so mad that that broke. Because this thing, and it even has, like, I don't think you guys can see it, but it's even got the little indents to make it look like it's hammered metal. And it's got all the rivets around the bottom. And I was so stinking mad when that sucker, I looked at it and I was like, wait a minute, those are cracks. It didn't have a crack a minute ago. And then I touched it and the piece came off in my hand. I was so mad. Because that, I mean, now mind you, that way it still looks nice. But I was going to sell it, and I'm not going to sell it now. It'll be a nice gold thing. I'll put like flowers, dried flowers in it and use it at, what's gold for like Christmas. So, but I was so stinking mad. So blasted mad over that one. So yeah, I am going to glue it. It's gonna have a little chip on the inside part of it, but I'll use it as decor for Christmas time because it's nice and bright gold, but I was gonna sell it. But two of the salt and pepper shaker sets I found, I have to look up because I'll address that in a minute, Belinda. I found chalkware salt and pepper shaker sets. There's 4 of them that look like they're military. I didn't really do I didn't do too much with that. But I found Little Orphan Annie and Sandy. And they are the illustrations from like the old comic book illustration. And the other one I found was Dick Tracy and a police officer. Now I know who Dick Tracy is, but I have no idea who the police officer is. This is what we're sending Vinny. And I'm just going to say, send it from the Night Owls. But it was an advertisement for a book. It would have this little metal piece flips over, and you could either hang it like, on your, we were expected to wear them in the bookstore like a button. But my teacher is an alien. I had found 4 of them, and we sold the other 3, and then this one, we've decided that this one's going to go to Vinny for his junk jar. My teacher is an alien. Because it was an advertisement for a kids book for like middle school. So for all I know, I have the book. I don't know. Minstrel, not menstrual. Oh, so yeah, I know. Here I am. But I'm going. I know it's early. Usually I make it to at least 2 o'clock, or we go till 3, but I just can't tonight. I'm running out of steam. And I still have to climb 14 wooden steps, make a U-turn, and climb 2 more to even get to the hallway from my bedroom. I'm sorry. Did I say that? See, I'm tired. I can't talk right. So next week I'm not working that night, so it'll be a lot easier. And next week, hopefully too, I will definitely be caught up. I have a stack here. I have a stack back here. You can't see it on the floor, but I can't put my feet underneath the desk because under there is all boxes, because I've gotten 75% of everything boxed up. So I have to weigh it and then get you guys invoiced. And as usual, I will combine shipping, and I'll see what I can combine these to anything else I don't have. So I hope you guys had fun, and I will see you next week. And I will get some more videos up because I've got them sitting in the computer. I just haven't had time nor energy. Here's how bad it's been this week. I've only gotten over to Philly Flipper's warehouse with 1 carload of stuff. So hopefully tomorrow we're taking 2 carloads, because I've got 3 stacks, at least 3 stacks of boxes ready to go out of the black hole room. So I'm going to go get some rest tonight. By now the cat is upstairs and has taken over my bed. Sarah, it's always fun to see you in the chats, because you are definitely a night owl, darling. You never seem to sleep. So good night. I will see you next week, and I will see you around in the chats, and I will try to get more videos posted. It's no good me filming if I don't edit and then get them up. So good night, everybody. I love you too, Sarah. I was telling you, at some point I'm coming, and we are going to go shopping together, because I've heard about how you shop with Sam, and I am almost as bad, but I will ram your cart out of my way. Sam will love it. She'll just think it's hilarious. Why? But we'll probably get thrown out of Goodwill for arguing with each other. It'll be hilarious, but we're going to want to kill each other when we shop together. I will see you later. Oh, yeah, I know, Lavish. I've got it all written down of what I've got to get you. That was part of my notes that I was looking at earlier, is I wrote a list of everything that each person had from whatever sale and have packed it as much as I could in different things, because some things, some things need to go medium mail, so it would save you guys on the shipping. So you guys will have everything caught up in this week. That's my sole goal this week. Once I get the stuff to Philly Flipper tomorrow, I'm not letting anything interrupt me getting this dealt with, because I am way behind. But I have a packing room again. The heater's all in. I just got to, deal with this part healing, but it's getting there and I'm just about done. So have a good night and I'll see you next week. Bye.